Hello everyone and welcome to my playthrough of Franchise Hockey Manager 3. What we're going to be doing here today is going to sandbox and starting a new sandbox game. I'm going to be playing today as the Nashville Predators because they are my favorite team. And we're going to be starting with just the opening day. So while this all goes ahead and loads, I'm just going to quickly roll over here and just make sure that we're not too loud or noisy or anything, and fix up with what's going on with my mic. Alright, so basically the only reason why I'm doing this is because I am bored out of my mind and I would really like something to do to make my video games a little bit more interesting for me. So we're going to go ahead here and yeah, we'll play them all. This is my first time ever making a playthrough of anything, and most likely no one will ever see this, so not all too worried about anything there. I'm just going to go ahead and add in this stuff here. I am going to put my second nationality, as I always do on any game that allows me to Hungarian. There we go, Hungary. City of birth is Abbotsford, BC, so, and there we go, Abbotsford, BC. And date of birth, we're going to go ahead here, and there we go. I'm just going to be the general manager. I do not plan on actually watching any of the games or anything. I'm planning on trying to sim through most of this game and make it to be relatively more fun that way, I guess. We're going to go to here, National Hockey League. National Hockey League there. We're going to pick the Nashville Predators. I'm going to make it as I cannot be fired, and automatic reputation is fine. I'm going to just deselect all of this. I really hate the news, especially the game performance ones, accomplishments. I don't really care. Possibly we'll keep on the injuries, just so I can keep it up. So, like I said, going to be playing as Nashville Predators. Now, obviously, we are in a more of a win-now situation than, say, playing as somebody like a Carolina or a Buffalo, a team that really has to rebuild. We are already there. We made it to the Stanley Cup Finals last year, and we're doing a pretty good job overall as far as the team goes. Some things I would definitely like to deal with off the bat is a little bit more scoring up front. Definitely center depth is needed. Nick Bonino and Ryan Johansson just won't cut it. Although I guess I'm playing 3, so we're going to be having Mike Fisher instead. Still, again, definitely need to get a little bit more out of these guys than what they're going to be giving me. That's for sure. I would love to see a new goaltender come in. As much as I love Pex, he just is getting a little old, and we definitely need to have somebody coming up behind him. UC Soros is a great guy for that. You will probably see UC Soros make the NHL team right off the bat for the first season. And then, I mean, just keep together this defensive core that we currently have. I mean, PK, Ekholm, Ellis, and Yossi, they're the 4 best defensemen on one team I can think of. I can't think of a team that would have a deeper core than that. And then, you know, the up-and-comers, Matt Irwin, Yannick Weber, they're not too bad, so we'll keep them on there. Anthony Boteto is somebody who can definitely come in as well. So overall, our team is going to be looking pretty decent to start. I am definitely going to be making a playoff push this year, and possibly a Stanley Cup performance. That would be what actually happened in the NHL this year, in the FHM3 year. So we're definitely going to go ahead and try and push that. After the original loading of the game here, what we're going to do is just take a quick look at all of our players, where we're sitting on most things, see if there's anything that I really want to change up. But I think overall we're going to be starting out pretty good here. So let's just quickly look here. We got a couple messages. Thank you. I signed a 2-year, $560,000 contract You're a little bit underpaying me, but that's okay. We currently have a budget of $73,000, and a payroll on our team is currently 72.5. Ugh. Best player, obviously, PK Subban, and Philip Forsberg is our most promising prospect. I guess he is 21. I wouldn't necessarily call a guy who has two back-to-back 60-year seasons a prospect. And seeing as he is probably our best player on our team, I would put him ahead of PK Subban. Yeah. Looking at this here, how funny. Nico Heischer is below Nolan Patrick, although that didn't happen in the real NHL. Going to be looking at most likely trying to get a center. We're probably going to be more down in this area. So a guy like Ryan Poehling or Cody Glass, possibly, depending on what type of player they are, what type of season. And I'm actually just going to go ahead right now. I'm going to add this guy there, Cody Glass and Ryan Poehling. Just going to add them to my short list. Other than that, I don't think we will be able to get any of these guys up here. But just in case we do have a crappy season, I'm going to go ahead and add those guys on there as well. Alrighty, now I'm wanting to go to my roster and taking a look. So yeah, you see, we're going to have Marek Mazurek up here. He's not going to be up here. He is going to be going down to Minnesota, which is going to reduce their cap hit. And then we're going to go here into my contract, and UC Saros will be coming up to the NHL. I'm going to make that decision right off the bat because I just think UC Saros is the more talented goalie. He is 21, so you may have the idea that it might be better to develop him down in the AHL. But, you know, he's probably going to be good enough to just come in and be a backup goaltender in the NHL right off the bat. Much like they actually did. He had a pretty decent season last year, so I think we're going to leave it like that. Defensively, obviously Subban, Ellis, Yossi, and Ekholm. Matt Carl probably won't be here in a couple of minutes. Yannick Weber will be staying around. I do like having him and Yossi just because they're both Swiss. I know in this game it might not really matter, but in real life, you know, having two guys on the same ice who can have a little bit of development and gelling based off of location, it's nice to have. Ellis and Subban will probably be playing together, and Yossi and Weber possibly, depending on if I want to play Ekholm up there with an offensive guy or not. Anthony Boteto, he may be up here. He may be bouncing around, unfortunately. I'm going to go here to my filter, and I'm just going to change out so I don't see any of the forwards or goalies, and we're going to look at the entire organization. So, obviously, we are probably going to leave Sam Girard in the KMJHL. I would assume there's no real reason to have him around here. I think he currently is in the KMJHL. The other guy who could come up is Matt Irwin, and take over the Matt Carl position. That's really the two. I don't think Trevor Murphy is going to be making it up at all, unless we have some serious injuries. So, this is going to be our first big decision. Obviously, Peter Granberg will not be making it up. Don't like the way he plays whatsoever. I know he is a defensive defenseman, but look at that. PK Subban, they're calling him a defensive defenseman. That's hilarious, because he's not a defensive defenseman whatsoever. Probably the worst defensive defenseman I could think of. Since Matt Irwin and we've got, all the guys who I might, Matt Irwin and Anthony Boteto are both defensive defensemen. It's really going to come down to probably just who simulates better. It's currently preseason, so I will bring Irwin up just because I can. And who do I want to make sure definitely doesn't get injured? Is it going to be Subban or Ellis or Yossi? I mean, they're all going to make the team no matter what, but I'm going to protect my $11 million guy sending PK. Oh, no, I'm not. He has a no movement clause. Ellis, down you go, just for right now, obviously. Now we're going to go back here. We're going to go just to my left wingers, right wingers, and centers because they can all kind of play different locations. Alrighty, so we got Victor Arvidsson obviously going to be making the team. This is before his breakout season that he had last year, so let's hope he can simulate pretty well. We got Philly Forsberg, let's hope he does, and Colin Wilson, who has been around for quite a while, fortunately not around anymore. We got Fisher, Johansson, Kelly Yarncrow, Ribeiro, and Sissons up here. Sissons is probably going to be the odd guy out. Ribeiro probably going to simulate pretty well. He doesn't, get hit with all those off-ice issues that actually happen. We got Cody Bass, Kevin Fiala, James Neal, Mika Salamaki, and Craig Smith up. We're really hoping for Craig Smith to be another 20 goal scorer again. 2 seasons of 23 and 21 respectively. Mika Salamaki, he's going to be kind of a grinder guy. I'm going to probably play him a little bit on like a third line-ish. I know he's not overly sized or anything like that, but it is a guy who I just want to keep on the NHL squad. He's pretty decent as far as players go. James Neal, the real deal. I'm hoping he can have a 30-goal season for sure. Kevin Fiala, again, he's kind of on the fringe here. I hope he can come in, definitely. Add to our Swiss takeover that we have. Bass is going to be straight up our physical just hitter. I don't expect anything really from him. Colton Sissons, gonna hope he can just continue improving. He's young. He's probably a future second, third liner on our team. Ribeiro, we'll play him, see if he can produce. If he doesn't produce, we'll trade him for literally anything. Kelly Yarncrow, we're going to be keeping him around. Ryan Johansson, obviously going to be our starter. There's no way around that. I mean, he had 70 points last year if you combine those two together. We've got Mike Fisher. He's going to be our captain. Going to be that second line center. And if we go down here to contracts, the people who may be making it up here, based off of purely the fact that I like them, Harry Zondrachuk, I don't know how to say his last. Harry Z. He's going to be possibly a guy who could come up. Pontus Aberg, a guy who could come up. Austin Watson, obviously a guy who could come up. They made huge impacts for Nashville during last year. Frederick Gaudreau, you never know. He may make his way up here as well. Yeah, so those are our guys there. That's our main roster. That's basically how I'm going to keep it. I don't think I'm going to send anyone down for the preseason forward-wise. I want them to kind of gel. And then Harry Z and the other guys maybe making it up if we get some injuries or whatnot along the season here, or I just want a little bit of a different play style coming out on my team. We can go to look at our trading block. We don't have anyone there. Our short list, these are going to be those rookie guys. Yeah, this guy here. Interesting. So yeah, these guys are going to be our rookies. We're going to be definitely keeping an eye on them, see what kind of season they're having. If they have a good season, then obviously that's a plus for us. And if they have a bad season, maybe they'll drop a little bit. If they're like Maxime or I think the other guy was right here, Elias Peterson. Those are the two guys who are ranked a little bit higher, what I think would be a little bit out of our range. So we can hope that we can get those guys on our team. moving forward here, going to look at our unsigned draftees. Yeah, not a whole bunch. I'm just going to go right into here to see what their potential is rated that way. Dante Fabro, he's a pretty good defenseman. He's probably a year or two away from making the NHL squad if he makes it at all. 3.5 stars though. He's going to be at least a top 7 for sure. Possibly a top 6 or maybe into a top 4. Highly doubt he'd ever become a top 2, especially on our team, who I'm going to rely heavily on our defense, much like the true Nashville Predators do. Other than that, we don't have many guys who I see making any type of push to an NHL level anytime soon. Tommy Novak, possibly, but yeah, this is pretty sad, all in all. We're going to just go take a look. Is there any free agents out there that have good potential, good abilities there? We got Jacob Trouba. He's out there. Hampus Lindholm. There is a couple of good defensemen, but other than that, unless you're going to bring on Patrick Elias for another season, let's go ahead. I don't really see much going on as far as bringing anyone in. Unless, of course, there's an injury. And I'm assuming he's actually probably he would have to be restricted, I would assume. Yeah, restricted free agent. So no way you're going to sign that guy without giving up a couple picks. Same with, Hampus Lindholm is also a restricted free agent. Just seeing that right down there in that contract corner. So that's all good there. Just taking a look back here. The strategy, that's all going to be set up by my assistant, or my head coach, I guess, because that's not really my job. I am just here to get guys out there. So going back here, we're just going to pop back into our home screen. My first game is on September 28th. We got quite a ways to go here for simulating. So going to go ahead and let's just sim up to our preseason start here. So this is going to be an interesting go. We can see if any of these guys or the season really pans out the way that we hope that it should. This team did start off pretty slow in the regular season, snuck in and then went just off on people during the playoffs. So that was quite interesting, quite nice for sure. They're a young team, especially with this year after losing Neil. They're quite a bit younger. They've just replaced him with Kevin Fiala, Pontus Aberg, and those likes of those guys. So those guys could be up in as soon as next year on my team. Obviously, there's not going to be an expansion draft, so we don't have to worry about losing Neil. We can sign him back and hopefully keep that 30-goal scorer for quite some time. We're going to take a look on guys like Colin Wilson and Craig Smith. If they're not producing the numbers that I want to see out of them, or just not producing overall, they will probably be getting kicked pretty quickly. The only thing other than that we really need to look at or pay attention to is I am going to be spending a decent amount of time with my scouting. I'm going to try and do my best to get my scouts to be scouting decent areas and trying to pick up players. I will probably be spending a majority of my time in the CHL, so WHL, KMJHL or whatever, and the OHL. Just think there's a little bit more ability that comes out of there. Obviously, I will have somebody around in Finland, Sweden, and the Nordic countries, see if anyone pops out of there, maybe a guy out in Russia, but most of my scouting will be done in North America for sure, mostly Canada. I do not like scouting or drafting any NCAA players just because there is that ability that they could just not sign with you. Jacob Vesey. Anyways, just going to probably get through the preseason here. without doing anything crazy. And we'll probably break this right before we get to the beginning of the regular season. I'll finalize all the rosters, take a look at everything, see if there's anyone who did not perform well in the preseason. And if you didn't perform well in the preseason, there's a chance that right off the bat I might just replace them with somebody else right off the AHL squad. That's mostly forwards, but possibly defensemen. The big thing we're going to be looking for defensive-wise is seeing who I should keep up. The way I'm going to be doing that is just by looking at the game ratings, seeing who has the better defensive and offensive game ratings in the preseason. Hopefully in the preseason we don't get absolutely destroyed. I'm hoping we get at least somewhat of a decent start as a team this year. I don't want to be starting behind. Definitely don't want to get too far behind the likes of St. Louis and Chicago. That's really it in the Central as far as teams I'm worried about. Not worried about teams like Dallas or Colorado. Winnipeg, that could be a fringe team, definitely somebody that we might want to watch out for, but again, not a team that I'm really going to be worried all that much about. So we're just going to go ahead here, keep simming along, and yeah, I guess we'll just be waiting for September 28th to come up. I'm actually just going to quickly pop out of the sim here. I got a decent amount of reports and whatnot, so development report. Yeah, okay. Guy who, yeah, all right. Okay, dokie. That's gonna be nice to see. Tommy Novak there gaining some agility, some positioning ability. Again, these guys are mostly people who probably won't be making it. It's nice to see a guy like Patrick Harper with balance and strength getting up there. That's a big guy there. Dante Fabro, balance, fighting, and screening. I don't know why you'd want a defenseman screening, but that's not terrible. All right, here's a guy who might be making our team, getting some pretty decent upgrades there. I don't care about the there. And Max Reinhardt getting some professionalism and team player, but he will never make it to the NHL. Ever. Alrighty, continuing on here, we've got a couple more guys who won't really ever probably make it, and a bunch of stuff for the Olympics. That's good to see. Another one of our guys who will probably make a decent NHL guy there, gaining some professionalism, some stamina, some acceleration. And Sam Girard getting some shooting range and strength is not bad at all. Sam Girard, a crazy development in Nashville this year. Came in because of the injured Ellis, and man, he definitely has shown some ability to play hockey. Somebody who I don't think anyone really expected or even knew about in the organization just pops up, shows that he deserves to be in the NHL for sure. He's definitely a good enough player to be a third pair defenseman, even a seventh defenseman kind of thing on a team. He's got those skills, and he's only 19. He's only going to improve, and especially on a team like ours that has all those talented individuals on it, he'll definitely improve quite a bit. So here we go, just continuing on. We're so close to starting the preseason here. Just 11 days away. That's just getting there. We open up against Buffalo. I mean, I really hope we can beat Buffalo there. At the beginning of the season, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but you never know. Just gonna take a quick drink here, and then we will maybe do one more stop before we get to the preseason. Perfect. All right, I'm just going to do one more quick stop, just see what's going on here. Oh, look at that. Speaking of Sam Girard, he has just improved to being a little bit more comfortable at right defense. He does not his primary, but yeah, at least is developing that skill. I wonder what his skills are as far as those go. I believe that is, yeah, right, just right down here. So his left defense is 20, right defense is 17. That is definitely interchangeable, basically. We're really hoping for another season like that. Look at those numbers in 2015, 2016. 74 points in the 67 games with not even going to Shawinigan. Yeah, no idea. Alrighty, the World Cup starts today. Look at that. Look at that. Canada defeats them. Good thing PK Subban didn't get injured. Sweden beats Finland. Don't care, 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 don't care. Alright. Really don't care about the World Cup. It's really just a way for all my players to get injured on me. So thank you, NHL, for that one. So we're just about to get here to that preseason. I am extremely excited just to see what this team can do. I guess I do got to double check to make sure there's none of my teams that are on international teams that won't be able to play in the preseason. Guys like Romagnosi, Philip Forsberg might not be accessible, so we might be actually having guys like Harry and Alberg and all of them up right off the bat. And that's not awesome. Trade, okay. Just some guys getting some improvements. PK, Wilson, Yossi, hitting for Sissons. I'm not disliking that. Anthony DiPotato getting a little bit more determination. That's good. I'd like to see Mika Salmaki get up there with strength, leadership, bravery, stick checking. UC Saros with leadership. That's real good. Kevin Fiala getting a little bit more balance. Victor Arvidsson, +2 to agility and +1 to speed, +1 to stamina. That's pretty good. And then, yeah, Mike Fisher is out of shape. Ugh. I really got to criticize him internally. He is our captain. Okay, well, good for you, buddy. You really should be showing up to the preseason out of shape when you're the captain. I'm just going to go to our rosters here. Is there anybody who is... I don't actually know what that status means. Probably just pissed off. Oh, might be unfit. Unfit to play. That's alright. Nobody else is on the international squads or anything like that, so we are good to go. Our first game there today is against Buffalo. So let's go ahead and play the game of the Sabres. So this is the line that my coach decided to throw out there. Yossi, Subban, Weber, Ekholm, Potato, and Carl. With Bass, Ribeiro, Sissons playing fourth line. Wilson, Yarncroft, and Fiala on the third line. Smith, Johansson, and Arvidsson on the second. And Forsberg, Neal, and Fisher on the first. Okay. I'm a little confused as to why Johansson is playing second fiddle to Fisher. But I'll leave it for right now. You know what? He's the coach. If he wants to get fired, you can get fired. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, nope, that's what they want. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get in here. So we got Pekka going up against Anders. Ryan O'Reilly and PK Subban are definitely star players on both teams. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to pop in just to play the game here. I'm not actually going to do anything. Just going to sim and see how things go. All right. That's not great. Kyle Okaposo with in a minute of starting the game goes ahead and gets a goal there, assisted by Brian Giunta and Ryan O'Reilly. First shot of the game. Perfect. All right, let's go ahead. 5-on-3, and we just oh man, our power play not doing too great. The first, we're out shooting them 12-6. We had, oh man, how many? 3 power play chances there. 5-on-3, and I guess that was a power play goal to start the game. So, way to go, Ryan Johansson, with that high sticking less than a minute into the game. Top notch. All right, so we're gonna go ahead with the second period here. Oh, penalty right off the start for us. Killing another one off. So, That's not too bad. Not generating a lot of shots, but there we go. Forsberg. Philip Forsberg from Roman Josi going to get the goal to tie up this game here. Way to go, Nashville, I guess. Would love to be ahead, not tied 1-1, but that's okay. Going into third, tied 1-1, outshooting 23-17. Going to look here. Philip Forsberg was just an even strength goal. We had 2 penalties. Matthias Ekholm for hooking right off the bat, 9 seconds in. And then Victor Arvidsson goes ahead and gets a holding penalty there at 6:03 into the period. You look at that, we're tied in penalties and minutes. Buffalo's just slightly out hitting us. We have a couple more giveaways, a couple more takeaways, and Buffalo is destroying us in the face-off circle there with 23 and us with 16. Overall, this game is, it's okay. Nothing amazing from this team. You got Philly Forsberg and Kalle Janko leading our team. Definitely need Ribeiro to do better than 33.3% in the face-off circle. What the heck? And, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, we don't match up all too great right here, but all right. Let's go ahead and get this third period on its way. Ooh, penalty right. Oh, killed one. Oh, killing another one. And no, we did not. Oh, no, we did. We scored a short-hander. Wow. Mike Fisher showing me he's not really that out of shape with an assist from PK Subban, and Matthias Ekholm gets the short-handed goal to put Nashville up ahead of Buffalo with under 10 minutes to play. I am shocked. Way to go, Anders Nielsen, letting us get that game in. All right, and now they get a penalty there. We're out shooting them quite a bit, and oh shoot, with 4:43 remaining, Evander Kane from Jurgensen's, I can't say his first name, goes ahead and tallies that one from right off the face-off, like right on that corner there. That's pretty crazy, but Pekka, you got to be better than that there, buddy. I mean, I guess 2 goals on 27 shots is pretty good, but yeah, letting in a late one there. And we go ahead, and there we go. It's overtime. Wow, 40 shots to 28. How many shots do we get in that third period? We finally got ahead in that face-off circle, so that's also good. But breakdown of shots per period, I mean, look at that. 17 shots in the third. 17 shots and only 1 goal for it. That's unfortunate. All right, well, we'll go back here, and we'll, I guess I'm just going to play it at normal speed. See if we can get a goal here right off the bat, maybe, possibly. I'm just going to change the game speed here to fast. It's taking a little bit of a time here. So yeah, here we go. No, yeah, there we go. We're going back into, and neutralize here. Okay, well, I would really like it. There we are. We're back into Buffalo territory. We got them on the ropes here, and they're back out. But they just got to dump it in. So, stoppage of play. So it's not too bad starting. We're just playing 4-on-4, so we have a little bit of extra space here. Yeah, let's keep it going here. Let's hope we don't lose. All right, Forsberg. Oh man, this is not the greatest. I'm not all too. Oh. No, I mean, like, we just need to get more shots. We had those 2 shots early in the period, and then we haven't gotten anything since then. And that's not what you need. You want to get as many shots on net as possible in the overtime. We've got offensive face-off here, so let's see what we can do. But we really want to just get in there and get these more shots on net. I mean, 42 is a lot. Let's not take anything away from it, but I'd like to see us get more than that. Oh, here we go. again, no shots. We were moving the puck around a lot. I mean, we had spent most of the time in their zone, but we aren't shooting the puck. Only 4 shots in 5 minutes, so. And that's going to end overtime. All right. To a shootout. And it goes to us. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead here and end the game so I can actually take a look at what happened in the shootout here. So Tyler Ennis, he missed on that first shot, and the Philip Forsberg came down. He scored. Vander Kane tied it on up. Ryan Johansson wasn't able to do anything there. Rylan O'Reilly, he also didn't get anything. And then James Neal, the real deal, scores, making it a 2-1 lead, and then Nashville's going to get that win. Not the greatest way to start the season, especially giving up a power play goal with less than a minute into the season, but we rallied back. Mike Fisher showed me that he really wasn't that out of shape. PK Subban got an assist. That's always nice. You always want to see PK get at least some points because he gives up so many by being an idiot defensively. Out shooting 44 to 28. We really shouldn't have had to go into the shootout in this game. We did tie back up on the face-off win, so that's what I like to see. Way out-muscled, though. Getting out-hit 30 to 15. That's ridiculous. Yeah, Mike Fisher, that shorthanded goal, that's pretty unbelievable. I really would have liked to not give that even strength goal to Evander Kane right at the end of the game, but I mean, we still got the win, so that's really all you can wish for when it comes to playing here. We're going to go ahead and just see the game rating. Was there anyone who was real bad? I mean, Cody Bass and Yannick Weber, not great. At least Yannick Weber had a 50 defensive. Cody Bass, yeah, that's rough. Roman Josi with a crazy good game, 82 score. That is just unbelievable. He might be the best out of anyone who played today. Yeah, only 80 out there. Roman Josi, what did he do? An assist, he was +1. He had 5 shots on goal. He missed a shot. He had 4 blocked shots. No penalty in minutes, no hits, no takeaways, no giveaways. I think that's shifts, I believe, 29 of them, for a total of 30 minutes on the ice, 6 of them on the power play, and 3.5 while short-handed. He was on the ice on even strength for just a little over 20 minutes. Ryan Johansson finished with 11 wins in the faceoff, 11 losses in the faceoff. Mike Fisher was 16 and 15. Guy you'd like to see get a little bit better there, Mike Ribeiro with 3 and 4, and then obviously Colton Sissons 0 and 2. That's not what you want. Yeah, overall, good game. Pekka, it's okay, a 929 save percentage. I'm not going to argue with that. And 65 minutes of playing. 2 goals on, I believe it was 24 shots or 22 shots for them. Where are we going here? 28 shots. So 2 goals on 28 shots. You know what? That's really good. That's an overall great game for him. I'm just going to go ahead here and yes, we'll finish today. Pop over tomorrow when we play Calgary. Anything crazy going on? Well, Calgary lost their first game, so that's a plus. Ooh, Colorado getting hit early with Tyson Barrie. Sideline with a sore shoulder. Out for 5 months with a sore shoulder. Huh. All right, Tyson Barrie, wait to be an NHL player and just play through that. Just got to remember that 10% of the cushion end is going to change to 73,000, but that's okay because we are not at 73,000. All right, going into the game today against the Calgary Flames. This is at Nashville, I believe. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be starting UC Saros, I would imagine. I don't think they would be playing Pekka. So UC Saros getting his season debut on hand. And yeah, UC Saros is going to go ahead and start it. Both our goalies cold somehow. Not really sure how that works when they've played 1 game. Alrighty, so Brian Elliott versus UC Saros. Calgary has yet to... oh no, Calgary played. Never mind. This is just giving the NHL, like, actual season, which is really dumb. definitely something that they should maybe fix up here, is to show the preseason stats and whatnot. You got PK Subban, like right down here, they give you preseason stats here, not up here. Just a little bit of a pet peeve there. We got Yossi, Subban, Ekholm, Weber, Potato, and Carl out there. Ellis is sitting out, so I'm going to go ahead and play this game. Again, Johansson playing second fiddle. Just a little bit weird. Look at that. Calgary's offense is a little bit better than our defense, but our offense is a little bit better than their defense. Our power play is better than Calgary's power play, and their power play is a little bit better than our penalty kills. So we'll see how this all works out. Let's go ahead and sim the first period. Again, coming out shooting unbelievable amounts, 14-3, but UC Saros gets beat down low by Michael Backlund. I believe that would have been a power play goal. It is down there. You can see we don't got a right winger, so power play goal. They got 3 shots in there ahead to our 14. Yeesh. All right, here we go. Wow. Just an onslaught to start. 19 shots to start the game for the Nashville Predators, and they are incapable of scoring a single one of those. Calgary gets a goal on 6 shots. This is going to be a fun game, I think. All right, here we go. Second period. Can we go ahead and tie this up? Oh, we had the power play there, but unable to take advantage of it. And still nothing. My goodness. Oh, there we go. Calle Jarnkrok gets his first of the preseason from Kevin Fiala and PK Subban. There he is again, getting point number 2. Way to go, PK, as Nashville ties it up 1-1, out shooting Calgary just about at the end of the second, 26-9. Poor UC Saros is going to have a terrible save percentage at the end of this game if Calgary doesn't start shooting. And we end the period. We did take a penalty right at the end of the period there, so we are going to be starting down a man going into the third. Let's hope it doesn't kill us. All right, third period here. Here we go. Just nothing going right. But there we are. Johansson with his first goal from Craig Smith and Mike Fisher. Fisher showing me that he was in shape once again, getting a second consecutive game with a point. 7:35. That was a 5-on-5 goal. So out shooting them still 33-13. That's going to be 34 though to 13 after this goal gets put up there. 7:35. UC Saros bring home that W, my boy. Get that 1 goal against average start on the season. All right, here we go. 2 minutes, 1 minute, and we get the regulation win. Nashville, here we go. That is awesome. Out shooting 36-18. Ryan Johansson and Calle Jarnkrok making those stars on this game. Again, here Nashville did not win in the face-off circle, 28-24. Didn't win in the takeaways section either. Did play a little bit better physically, 26-23. Much better in the penalties, only 4 instead of 10 like last time. And obviously outshot them like crazy. So they started out, the only goal that was given up was a power play goal by Michael Backlund. So you really can't pin anything on UC Saros. That was an overall very great game by UC Saros. Giving up 1 power play goal is not going to lose you a backup spot, definitely, on this team. At Bridgestone Arena, somehow only 11,000 fans showed up. Sounds a little bit unrealistic in that sense, but whatever. We got Calle Jarnkrok getting his first goal there at 18:15, and then Yossi getting a tripping penalty basically right after the goal. Wonderful. Going down here, just looking at Nashville, how people were playing. Anyone really sticked out and had another great game? Ryan Johansson with a 78 game rating. That's really good. Offensively and defensively, he played a really good game. Somehow still on our second line. Don't ask me why our coach decides to do that, but hey, he's getting points. PK Subban, yet again, gets another point. That 72 game rating is pretty impressive. How did Roman Yossi do? A 66? Not as good of a game for Roman Yossi, but that's okay. And Mike Ribeiro still sucks at taking faceoffs. 1 for 4. 1 win, 4 losses. Or 3 losses, sorry. Brian Elliott definitely had a decent game. I mean, 2 goals on 36 shots with a 944. That's not on him. He lost because his offense just didn't show up for him. UC Saros gets a 70 game rating. Yes, 1 goal on 18 shots. A 944 though as well. So he did do just as good at Elliott. Nashville comes flying out of the gates with those 19 first period shots. I don't think I've ever seen that. Calgary goes 1 for 2 on the power play, and Nashville goes 0 for 1. I believe we are 0 for 1 to start or we haven't scored a power play goal yet in the season. I do not believe so. We're going to go ahead and finish the day here, going to a day where we don't have any games or anything like that. So I'm going to use this time today. Oh, look at that. Some more development going on. Anybody here that I really care about? Let's see. Alberg, presence, determination, puck handling, and face-off. That's going to be good for you, buddy. Austin Watson gets some leadership. Austin Watson, great guy. And Ryan Ellis gets some team play and some leadership down in the AHL. Obviously, he'll be back in the NHL here pretty soon. I'm going to probably bring him back for these last 3 games. So I'm going to get 2 more games and then decide on what I want when it comes to my defensemen there who are kind of battling for those last few positional spots. Alrighty, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to take a look at the team stats here. It goes stats, team stats. Oh, is it not going to let me see it because it is still preseason? All right, well, let's just quickly look. I just want to see if Nashville has scored. So we were 0 for 1 there in that game. And then going back here to our schedule, going to be looking at this Buffalo game where we were coming down here 0 for 5. So 0 for 6 to start the season on the power play is not what we really wanted to see. Other than that, though, this has been going on now for 46 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to